Is Beeswarm Simulator getting updated, or is Beesmas truly cancelled? Well, in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys every single piece of evidence and all of the news regarding if Beesmas is actually going to come or if it's going to be cancelled. So without any further ado, here we go. So starting off, let's begin with all of the reasons that Beesmas won't happen. Well, to start off, there's the fact that we straight up just haven't gotten really any news. The last news we got about the Beesmas up was the end of January, early February, which was about 2 months ago, keep in mind. It is now the end of March, and it's about to be April, and Onett still hasn't said anything. Now, usually I would be okay with this, except for the fact that a code was released very recently. And usually what happens whenever Onett releases a code is he'll say like, oh yeah, here's the code, thanks so much for yada yada, 15 million members, or 6 years of Beeswarm, whatever. Also, sorry for the update taking so long. Here's my progress on the update, here's what's gonna happen, here's a possible release date. But this time, that didn't happen. In fact, Onett never even sent any messages announcing the code. It kind of just appeared, and that was it. He didn't really give any more insight on it. Now, if Onett was still working on Beesmas, I feel like he would have said something about it when he released the code. Probably saying like, oh yeah, thank you so much for 6 years of Beeswarm Simulator. Why are you guys still playing my game? Also, I'm so sorry Beesmas is taking so long. I'll hopefully have it done within like a week. But no, that didn't really happen. The code kind of just came out and Onett left it at that. So if Onett was really working on Beesmas, he probably would have said something about it when he released the code. Now, that combined with the fact that he hasn't said anything about the update in the last 2 months kind of makes me think that we might not be getting a Beesmas. Which leads us into our next piece of evidence that we won't be getting Beesmas. That's the fact that it is so late into the year. Keep in mind, guys, it is already the end of March and it's about to be April. Usually by this point, Onett has just finished Beesmas Part 2 and is sticking it into the game. So this time last year, there were people working on the BBM quest and trying to complete it. Except here we are a year later and Beesmas still hasn't even been released. I mean, is there even a point to it being released anymore? Because let's say Onett decides to release Beesmas right now and it lasts 100 days. Well, 100 days is just roughly over 3 months, so that means it lasts through April, May, and then the end of June into the beginning of July. And that's just if Onett makes it last 100 days. Usually it lasts even longer, because then he adds extensions because he hasn't added Beesmas Part 2, and then he adds Beesmas Part 2 and adds another extension, and then he extends it again because he made the Bumblebee Man quest too hard. So if all of that happened again, we would probably end up with a Beesmas in August. And then suddenly 3 months later, it's December again and Onett has to release another Beesmas. So all I'm saying is, if Onett does decide to release Beesmas this late, it's going to dig so deep into this year. At that point, it'd make more sense to just completely rename Beesmas into like Summer Mist or something, and just releasing it all as a summer update, because calling a Christmas update when it's literally 100 degrees outside, it just doesn't make sense. And keep in mind, if Onett does release this as a summer update, it actually would make a bit of sense, because then he could release the coconut belt as well. And I just say that because the coconut belt kind of seems like, you know, a tropical thing, you know, something you'd see like during the summer. And so it makes sense for the coconut belt to come out in a summer update. Just more hinting towards the fact that we won't be getting a Beesmas, but a summer update. Now, keep in mind that's not confirmed, but it does help us move on to our next piece of evidence. And that's the fact that we haven't gotten any leaks. Now, usually what happens when Onett's working on the update, you guys already know the whole story. Onett releases leaks, all of the Beeswarm Simulator YouTubers go, yay, and then we all scramble to make videos on it, myself included. But that hasn't been happening. Onett hasn't released any special like decals or meshes of certain things that will be coming out in the Beesmas update. He hasn't released screenshots of all the new quests that are going to be coming out, or requirements, or rewards. There's been straight nothing. It's been Sahara Desert dry leaks out here. I've had therapy more times in the last 2 months than I have seen Beesmas leaks. So all I'm saying is, if Onett was really working on Beesmas right now, I feel like he would at least have something to show us. Like, the fact that he hasn't even released it yet is kind of crazy. And of course, I don't blame him for that. Onett, if you're watching this, at this point, Beesmas doesn't even matter, bro. It's okay. But I feel like if Onett was actually working on Beesmas by now, he definitely would have released it, or at least shown us some sort of leak explaining that he is working on Beesmas. But no, that has not happened, which is leading me to believe that we might not get a Beesmas update. Now, there's another piece of evidence that explains why we actually won't get an update, and that's because we've already gotten one. Usually, Beeswarm Simulator only gets one update per year, and we actually got ours this year. That would be none other than the sticker update. Usually, one update is like all Onett actually has energy for. So considering Onett's already released his yearly update, it makes sense that he would be lacking motivation to make yet another update. But while so far in this video, all I've shared is evidence saying that there won't be a Beesmas, what about all of the reasons I have that there will be a Beesmas? updates? Well, there are actually a few, starting off with number one, the fact that Onett said that he's going to start working in secret. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Onett got really stressed around Christmas time because everyone was pressuring him to make the Beesmas update, so he just decided, hey guys, I'm done. I'm not giving you guys any more information or leaks or anything. I'm just going to work in secret. There will be no set deadlines. I'm just going to do my work and release it when I want to. So that was basically Onett's way of saying he's probably not going to like give information on the update because he doesn't want people to like pressure him, or he doesn't want to be like, hey, the update's almost done, and then people get mad when it's not there a week later. What this means is that Onett could have actually been working on Beesmas this entire time and just not have told us. The reason he didn't say anything when the code came out or like give us any information on how the update's coming along is just because he doesn't want to put any pressure on himself and he just wants to have his own deadlines. Now, once again, that's not guaranteed. That's just a possibility, but it's a very big possibility. Now, of course, next up is actually a huge reason why we could be getting Beesmas, and that's the fact that he gave Thingsia special access to Buzz. Now, Buzz is basically where Onett puts all of his special stuff that he's working on in the update, and he gave Thingsia access to it. But if you actually join Buzz right now, it's Beesmas themed. Like, there's the decorations up and there's snow everywhere, meaning that Onett was actually working on Beesmas when he gave Thingsia access to it. Meaning that yes, he did start working on Beesmas, and there's stuff already in the game that will be coming out when Beesmas comes out, if it comes out. Now, this doesn't guarantee anything, but if Onett wasn't working on Beesmas, then he wouldn't have given Thingsia access to the special game, and he wouldn't have made it Beesmas themed. Now, one more reason on it. Now, this next reason isn't the best reason, but it is some evidence on why Beesmas would still be coming, and that's just the fact that Onett said it would. I mean, before he got all quiet about everything, he did say that he was working on Beesmas, and then even after, in like January, he was saying like, I'm so sorry for the delay, but I'm still working on Beesmas. I know we haven't got any confirmations like that in the last 2 months, but he has said that he was working on it before, and I feel like if he had already made so much progress on the update, there's no point in just scrapping it. If Onett's already made most of the Beesmas update, why wait an entire other year just to release it? You might as well just release it now. Now, of course, I'm not saying Onett has to. That's just my opinion, or what I would think Onett's thought process is like. But I feel like since Onett has said so much about the update, he's probably still a little devoted to actually making it, and he's probably still working on it right now. But in the end, we'll never truly know when Beesmas comes out until Onett gives us some more information on it. So my goal is to hit 75,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know it's a big goal, but it'd mean a lot to me if we could just hit 56,000 subscribers by tonight. I think it's very possible, and if you do end up subscribing, then you won't miss out on the video where I give the actual information on if Beesmas will be coming out or not. I promise I'll constantly keep you guys updated on this situation, and if that isn't reason enough, I've spent the last 2 months kind of working on a really big video. I mean, just take a look at the sticker stack. So that video will be coming out pretty soon, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.